Right, so we're going to get started. We'll start from standing today and then gradually work our way down. Some of the poses in the last phase of our mobility, we're going to hold for a wee bit longer and just sink into it. So we're going to start off with our forward fold. So we're standing at the back of our mat. We're bringing the feet fist distance apart. We bring the hands up above the head. Long, big, deep breath in. We hold that breath. We hinge forward from the hips, and I want you to bring the hands to the back of the calves. Long, slow exhale. Continue to pull the chest into the thighs. To the top position. Extend hands over the head. Big deep breath in. Drop yourself to the right side of the room. Exhale and center. Inhale. Drop to the left side of the room. Center. Inhale. Hinge forward from the hips. The hands to the backs of the calves. And tucking the shoulders in tight to the thighs. If your mat isn't already front facing, you're going to turn around. You're going to isolate one side now. Are you okay? You're okay, Sean? Okay, so we're going to split the stance. We bring the right foot forward and turn the left foot on its side. We bring the hands up above the head, take a big deep breath. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips, reach the fingertips down, touch down on the mat. Long, slow exhale. And you're looking to keep that leading leg as straight as you can. I want you to bring that right hand to the inside of the leading foot. Left arm round and we reach for the seated. The eye line moves to that top hand. That front leg will continue to work to stay straight. Now this rotation allows you to bring the stretch to the inner thighs. You've got hamstring, with the rotation you move to the inner thigh. A wee bit of stability required here. So the fingertips set down on top of the mat will help you with the stability. And fight to keep that leading leg as straight as possible. Top hand round. We're going to set the right knee down. We're going to bring it into a low, or the left back knee down and bring it into a low lunge. The back knee sets down, the front foot is flat, hands up above the head. And you're going to push that front knee as far forward as you can. exhale and arch back. So by arching back slightly, you're going to feel the hip stretch deepen. Slide the hips to the back of the room. Reach the hands to either side of that front foot. Toes to the ceiling. Digging that heel in. So like our forward fold, we're trying to get the chest as close to the thigh as possible. Really tucking down into that stretch. I want you to step this leading leg just off the mat. You step it out to the side and create that angle. And from here, the right forearm sets down on top of the thigh. You're going to push the front knee as far forward as you can. And with this back arm, create that nice arch. So we're going to find that hip groin stretch. That arch through the upper body is going to get into the intercostal muscles. Settle in that position. Body weight on the palms, body weight on the knees. You're going to plant the toes, lift the hips. We're into that down dog. Once you're there, I just want you to play around with that position. Hips can move from side to side. You can gently work the heels down to the mat. Come up onto the toes for a few seconds. You can sink the heels down. Have freedom to move around there. Okay, so from here, we're going to go to a revolve down dog. We're going to bring the left hand to the right ankle. Left hand to the right ankle. Just thinking about getting the ear to the bicep. That wee bit of rotation. Carrying the weight of the body on one shoulder. So there's a challenge variation of the down dog. And here you should be able to work the heels closer to the mat. Trying to stretch as well, strengthen the shoulders. Release that off, both palms to the mat, and I want you to just walk the hands back to a forward fold position. We lift the hips high, the legs straighten out. And if you can just hold on to the toes, or even if the hamstrings are loose enough, palms flat on the mat. So that ends the first cycle in phase one. More to those stretches. Again, just on the opposite side. Slowly bring yourself to the top. We can take a brief rest there and shake it out. Pyramid or low lunge or wide hip stretch, and then the down dog reach through it again. Okay, so we're going to step the left foot forward, put the right foot on its side, we'll bring the hands up above the head, we'll take the breath in, fill up the lungs, hinge forward, keep the breath, fingertips contact the mat. Once you find the edge of your stretch, nice long, slow exhale. as it comes up. So you should be looking at that top hand. Front leg as straight as you can, and you'll feel the stretch moving much more the inside of the thigh now in comparison to the previous pyramid stretch where I isolate the hamstrings on one side. Back round. Then we'll set that back knee down. So front foot faces forward. Slowly bring yourself to that upright position, and we're going to go the low lunge. So if you want more from the stretch, just shuffle that front foot a wee bit further forward. You bring your hands up above the head. Take a big deep breath in with that top range. Push the front knee as far forward as you can. We just hold in that low lunge position. Lean back, knee as far forward as you can, long slow exhale. Forward, fingertips set down on top of the mat, toes up, heel down, and that front leg as straight as you can get it. You want to try and keep those hips off that back heel if possible. Gently bring yourself to the top position. Okay, we're going to step that leading foot off to the side, so think of a clock face. And we step that foot to 2 o'clock. Okay. Forearm on the thigh. Push your front knee as far forward as you can. Let's create that nice arc position. So that top hand is coming over. We're opening up the rib cage. Just feel that stretch running down the right side of the body. That chest, feel the stretch running down into the obliques, muscle that helps you with stability. Releasing out of that stretch. Bring the palms down to the mat, knees on the mat. And just settling in here, it's getting nice and heavy on the mat. Almost take a wee bit of respite here before we go into that down dog variation. We'll plant the toes, we'll lift the hips up. Again, take some time to settle into the down dog. The hips are high. Work the hips from side to side. Pump out the heels, try and get the chest as close to the thighs as possible. reach the right hand to the left ankle. Rotation, our one heel down towards the floor. Increase the stretch in the back half of the leg. Deep calf stretch. With an engagement to the shoulders. Back to forward fold, and once the hips are high, collect the calves and pull the torso in. So we just take rest at the top position. We're going to turn our mat side on. So Karen, if you turn your mat side on, both Karens actually. Jenna, you're okay. Shannon, you're okay. Danielle, you're okay. Is it someone's phone, man? Ruining my head. Right, so we're going to go for our wide stance. We'll be in that split position. And from here, you're going to drop the left knee to a 90-degree angle. You're going to reach the fingertips down towards the mat. The left knee collapses down. We sink those hips into a squat position. This is called a Cossack squat. Those fingertips reach down. You're working to keep the chest proud. Switch sides, same on the opposite side, and hips sink back. And switch, back to the side we started on. Palms closer to the mat as those hips open up. Once more each side. We're using the elbows off the insides of the knees. Switch to help the stability of the exercise. Okay, so from here, just center the hips. Hips are nice and high. Contact both palms to the mat. And from here, you're going to release that right arm. And you rotate round. Keep the left palm on the mat. And we're going to hold that position. Switching hands. slightly. I'm going to sink down into a deep squat. You're going to work the elbows to the insides of the thighs. You're going to get that chest proud. I'm going to hold here for 60. So if you find that you can't keep the feet flat on the floor, just simply bring the feet a wee bit wider to alleviate any stress or strain you might be finding through the hips. And like the down dog, have freedom in this position. So move the hips from side to side. Use the elbows to push the knees wider to get more from the stretch. And if you were to find this position for 2 minutes a day, that would really help you with your squat depth. As well as opening up the hips, find a wee bit of ankle mobility. Gently rise into that top position. Slowly shake out those legs. Okay, we're going to go nice and wide with that stance again. Okay, so this time the foot closest to the window, you're going to turn off to the side. You're going to reach the hands up in line with the shoulders. You're going to punch that front knee forward to 90 degrees. And with this back hand, you're going to collapse it down to the hamstring of the back leg. The eye line is on that top hand. Okay, from here we're looking to flow into the pyramid stretch. So we straighten up that leading leg with the top hand. We reach down to the inside of the front foot. So once we contact the inside of the front foot with that leading hand, I want you to grip the toes to the mat and slowly turn the head. Slowly turn the head to face the top hand. And I want you to think about opening up the chest in this position. So you're going to rotate round, open up the chest, and you'll feel the inner thigh stretch deepen. That top arm round, you set the fingertips down on the mat. I want you to push the front knee forward to 90 degrees and rest the torso on top of that leading leg. Keep the back knee off the floor. And from here, you're going to interlock the fingers behind the back. Interlock the fingers behind the back and lift the pinky fingers towards the ceiling. Triangle, we'll move into the triangle with the rotation, and then we'll go for that forward fold variation with the hands up behind, getting into the shoulders. Okay, so we'll split the stance nice and wide. We're going to go with the foot closest to the back wall, we rotate to the side. Okay, arms up in line with the shoulders. We're going to push the front knee to 90 degrees. That's you, Jonathan. Just drive that front knee to 90 degrees. Keep the back leg as straight as you can. From there, just collapse that back hand to the hamstring, reach that top hand to the ceiling. Flow through to the triangle, that top hand, Reaches down for the inside of the front foot. Make contact. Grip toes to the mat for stability. Slowly turn the head to face the top hand. Again, open up that chest, rotate around as far as you can. Digging that front foot into the floor. Create that nice adductor stretch. Top arm round, fingertips contact the mat, front knee moves forward to that 90-degree angle. We set the torso down on top of that leaning leg. It's a wee bit easier to fight for the stability now. We interlock the fingers behind the back. So if you think about bringing the pinky fingers toward the ceiling, as soon as you lift up high, you're going to find a squeeze through the front of the shoulder. Set the pinky fingers down, step in with the back foot, keep beside one another, and slowly rise. You just take 30 seconds to gather yourself. So those are the toughest standing stretches completed. So you're going to start to lower the level, slow it down a wee bit more, spend longer in the stretches. This is the enjoyable bit of the class. You got 20 minutes, nice long deep stretches in the kneeling position, not as much stability required. Okay? When we're ready, we'll bring it down onto the knees, right knee down, left knee down. Maybe side arm or hand as well, that's perfect, we're all in the correct position there. So what I want you to do now is just step the right foot out to the side. The foot that closest to the window out to the side is probably really easier for you, yeah. Great, you're going to go with the hand closest to the window on the side. Arm up. Slowly run that hand down the side, get that nice arch position. That arm claps forward, bicep by the ear, and open that chest out. Bend the mat forward, front facing. Turn it round. From here, we're going to bring it down to all fours. So we're in the center of our mat right now. All fours, knees down, palms down. With this right foot, imagine a clock face. You're going to step to 8 o'clock. Step out, drive the back heel down towards the floor, the toes are active, creates external rotation in the hip, and find a nice squeeze through the left foot. Step out, again, mention that clock face. Active with the toes. Driving that heel back and down. Get as close to the floor as possible. Seconds to the stretch. Move the heel forward, heel back, forward, heel back. Okay, bring it back to all fours. We're going to flow through a cat and cow. So we're going to go for the cat first of all. We're going to drive the mid back towards the ceiling. We're going to tuck the chin into the chest. We're going to squeeze the glutes and push the hips forward. Mid back as high as you can. From here, we're going to relax. We're going to tilt the head back, push the tailbone towards the ceiling, and drive the abdominals towards the mat. Once more, mid back to the ceiling, chin tucks, hips collapse in and squeeze glutes. Relax, head tilts back, tailbone pushes up, and driving that belly button down towards the mat. Okay, gently find that neutral position. Okay, from here, I want you to extend the right arm out in front until the hand is in line with the shoulder. Extend the left leg until the left heel is in line with the hip. Okay, you can hold this position, or you can advance by going to our tiger. If you want to advance with that leading hand, collect the back leg, and bring it into the quad stretch. You attempt to reach that back leg and you can, just bring it back to the half tabletop position. You might find you can get it on one side, but another you can't. Just try your best to reach. If you can't reach, just back to that half tabletop. Nice bit of glute engagement and rear delt engagement, as well as working for the stability with the half tabletop. Great for helping you find that neutral spine. Back to all fours. bring ourselves down to the seated position. We'll extend the legs out to either side. We're going to go for our straddle stretch. So I just want you to reach down with the right foot. You can lift the toes. Create that triangle for yourself, and you're just looking to tuck the head and the chest in between. Release off, that's when the relief comes. So we can move on to our left hip. Bring the front knee to 90 degrees and the back knee to 90 degrees. It really doesn't matter which side you start on, as long as the front knee is at 90 and the back knee is at 90. So you go the fingertips, flatten the floor, and from here I just want you to collapse the shoulders down until they're parallel with the floor. The further we can get forward, the closer we can get the chest to the shin, the deeper you'll feel that glute stretch. So it's a variation of our pigeon stretch. And once you're forward, if you want to set the palms flat on the floor, that's fine. And once you're over the shin, you'll feel a stretch to the glute and might even feel the stretch running up into the lower back. So this variation of your pigeon stretch allows you to find a much greater angle in that needed leg. Slowly bring yourself to the top position. Okay, so from here we're just going to rotate round just with this back hand. If you just reach a wee bit further back, and we use this leading hand just to push off the top of the knee and just rotate. Now when you rotate, I want you to think about pushing the back knee to the floor. Really digging that back knee down. Pushing the hand off the front of the knee. The fingertips on the floor. arch over. And this is called a mermaid stretch. Never feeling much of a mermaid when I'm doing it. Yeah, is that, yeah? Your goal here is to keep the bicep close to the ear, not let that leading arm collapse down. And keep the outside of that front knee in contact with the mat. Okay, if we're lifting that front knee off the mat, you're losing the stretch. Sides now. Just swing the hips right. Move on to the opposite hip. So you're going to hands to either side of that front foot, or that front leg, sorry. Claps down. Try and get the shoulders parallel to the floor. And we find that external rotation out. Once the chest is over the shin, set those palms flat. You can adjust the hand position to allow you to collapse even further forward. Again, the lower we can get, the closer we can get the chest towards the shin, the more weight that will come into that stretch and the deeper you'll get. You're making sure we have that 90-degree angle in the front knee. If you want more from the stretch, just pull that front foot up slightly, that's it. Collapse in. Front of the knee. Okay. With that hand, push down against the knee, push the back knee to the floor, and we rotate at the same time. But if you're getting down far enough, you should feel this back hip flexor stretch. Then push down, rotate. We try and get pride in the chest. We're trying to open up at the top. final stretch. A nice lion stretch. It's going to be our happy baby pose, it's called. I feel like a right pillow doing it, but it's a great stretch. movements of the hips. So we're lying ourselves right back. So we're going to bring the right knee towards the chest. We're going to lift the shoulders off the mat. We're going to bring that forearm across the shin and hold on to the bottom of the foot. And from here, the left knee towards the chest. Shoulders stay elevated. Forearm across the shin. We hold on to the sole of the foot. Now from here, we rock ourselves onto the mid-back. And we separate the feet. And so you end up with the knees at 90 degrees. The fingertips gripping onto the soles of the feet. And from here, our goal is to get the feet as wide as possible. Exhale for 5. Hold. Inhale for 5. Hold.
out the lungs for 5. Hold. Inhale for 5. Hold. Long, slow exhale for 5. Hold. Quick, deep inhale for 5. Hold. Lungs are full. Long, slow exhale for 5. Hold. Inhale for 5. Starting to get heavier on that mat. Hold. Exhale for 5. Hold. Inhale for 5. Hold. Exhale for 5. Hold. Inhale for 5. Hold. Exhale for 5. Hold. Inhale for 5. Hold. Exhale for 5. Final 30 seconds. Hold. Deep inhale for 5. Hold. Long exhale for 5. Hold. Breathe normally. 60 seconds. Rest. Heavy on the mat. That's a relief. Just to breathe deep. And then empty the lungs just naturally. Just relax into that breath. Girls, that's another stretch class completed. So hopefully you're feeling yourself, after you've been there a couple of now, feeling yourself a wee bit more flexible. You will get more out of your program, you know, if you continue to hit those stretch classes. We now have 2 a week. On the Tuesday evening, I'm going to try and keep it more banded. We'll be using the rigs, and it will be more functional, more applicable to the program. And the yoga stretch is going to help you your flexibility, which will also help your program. But it's nice to get the banded stretch and the foam roll and a Tuesday, just to give you that change of stimulus as well. So if you make one of them, you're really going to see the progression in the program. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your evening. Well done. If you enjoyed any feedback, any questions,